All right, so we're gonna start with our stationary warm-up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get in our typical groiner. So we're gonna start all the way down. My leg is behind me, and I'm just gonna start, so my knee is down. If you guys can see, my knee is down in the back. I'm just gonna start with an open posture. I'm gonna come down, really focusing on breathing, going all the way up and turning. Okay, and again, I'm gonna come down. My back, you can see, is nice and flat and not arched. Up for 10 total reps. 4, 5, 6, 7, really opening up. 8, turning the head. 9, and 10. From here, I'm actually gonna rock back a little bit. So I'm gonna come up a little bit. My chest is up. I'm gonna fold. So this is a hinging pattern from the side. Look, leg out straight, I'm gonna fold. 1, 2, if you need something to hold on to it. 3, so I'm not doing this, reaching like that doesn't do anything. So we got 10 of these, still on one leg. Let's pretend that we hit 10. Okay, we're gonna come back to the front, and what we're gonna do now is just work on the hip flexor. Okay, so I'm gonna squeeze my butt, and I'm gonna reach up in the air. Hands go back behind the back, press down, look up. That's 1 rep. I'm gonna again stretch up. That glute is holding on for dear life. Push down and up. Maintain the arch in the front leg. Up, sweep sides. Look up, pressing those shoulder blades down. Up, press down, back up again till we reach 10. All right, next we're gonna move into a pigeon. So we're gonna take that foot, we're gonna put it as much as we can in front of our body straight. This back leg, if it's killing you, you can sneak it up this way. Okay, so what we're gonna do is actually, in this position, I'm gonna push my shin into the floor as hard as I can. So you can see there's a little movement. And then what I'm gonna do is simply fold my body down. If you want to, you can turn. So my hands are gonna turn towards my knees and twist that low spine as far as I can go. Again, so the cue is belly tight, down, and I'm going to turn. Belly tight, so belly tight, pushing down on the shin, so my belly and my shin are tight, and then I'm gonna rotate and turn. I can actually sneak this arm down and reach across too for a little bit of some T-spine rotation. Coming back up, so we're gonna do 10 knees. Belly tight, shin, reach down and across. Come back up, okay? 10 total ones. The last thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna get this in a larger position where my foot is out here, and I'm just going to almost Captain Morgan into that stretch and back down. So one hip is this way, one hip's on a 45. Not all the way out, just 45. I'm gonna pitch into that stretch and down. Now I'm gonna start really working on that ankle, getting into that ankle. So it really isn't so much hip as it is ankle and down. Pushing now, I want you to really drive into that ankle tissue here and then push back. Again, initiate the movement, drive down into the ankle tissue, hold it, and push back. Sink down, push back. And for whatever reason that bothers your knee, get a yoga block or a book and hold on to it. Take some of that pressure off. What you're gonna do now is repeat that entire cycle on the other side. So again, you are gonna start with your rotations. You're gonna bang out 10. From there, you're gonna go into that hamstring stretch where we're just folding over 10 reps. After that, you're going to fold over into your pigeon. So remember, the cues for pigeon. Again, you can just keep this hip off to the side. If you can't get it all the way behind you, you're gonna push down belly tight forward for 10 reps, and then you have 10 reps where you're gonna be reaching and twisting, and then you are gonna come up, open up, 45 degrees, and it's really thinking about pushing all your weight down through that ankle, then pushing back tall for 10 reps. So you should definitely be in a nice little sweaty stretch right now. Okay, so we finish up that 10, and then that's really finishing up our mobility. So for the last little part to kind of get a cardio, we're gonna get into a dynamic warm-up. So we're gonna move a little bit, we're gonna cover some space. So we're just gonna start with some static pulling. So we're just gonna pull that leg up and focus on keeping the arch. So I'm focusing on that hip staying stable for 10 reps, pushing my foot, squeezing the butt, and pull. Okay, don't stay here too long, and don't push your hips forward from the side. It's this, not this. Okay, again, intent is push down into the ground. So you should actually stomp down, hip, stomp down, hip, stomp down, hip, stomp down, hip. Next, we're gonna pull, not rotate the hips, and just give it a little pull. If you want, you can walk and do this. If you're at a sporting facility, you can walk. I take a little stutter step, making sure that arch and that is nice and clean. Come back again. Okay, we're gonna get 10 of these in. Again, I'm working in a very, very small space, still covering ground, being a little bit athletic. Come back down, one more of these. So right, so what we don't want to do is twist the hip. We're just gonna pull up and hike, and you're stabilizing through your glute and your core. So squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Squeeze your butt, squeeze your abs. Next, we're gonna go into a simple turning squat. So I'm gonna drop down and spread my knees. So it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna drop down and spread my knees with my hands. Come up nice and tall, rotate. Squat, spread, stay down here, stand up, rotate. Squat down, keep those arches. Your hips should be nice and open, chest tall. Stand up, pivot, rotate. So if you're doing this sideways, you go like this. Up, up. Again, 10 of these total squat rotations. The last two exercises we're gonna get into is a walking opposite quad pull. So not the same side, it's the opposite. So I gotta scoop down a little bit to grab my foot and reach up, nice and tall. Again, I'm gonna do this a little bit walking, so I'm gonna squat down, reach up nice and tall. That hip flexor stability. If you need the wall maybe to grab onto, you can do that. Again, hip, arm, open up that lat. Take a couple steps, grab that leg, straighten out, up. Okay, again, we're gonna change spots. Get that little shuffle step, up. Make sure you own that position. So if you have to use the wall, look, I'm holding on to the wall here, then I'm gonna drift away, and I'm up. 10 total, quad pull and reach. The last one that we're gonna go into are inchworms, 10 total. So I'm gonna go down, I'm sorry, 5. So I'm gonna, no one likes these, by the way. Walk out. Okay, if you wanna hit a push up here, great. This is gonna commence your workout. Get those little inchworms up. Roll the spine, hit the hands, walk back. Okay? Get a little tiny stretch here. Again, now I'm gonna walk up, walk back, squeeze your butt, solid push up. Okay, again, walk these guys up. You can definitely just roll the spine up, touch your toes. So again, I'm working a super small space. Touch your toes, walk those hands nice and slow. Okay, if you cannot do a push-up, drop your knees down, squeeze your butt, push up. Dig into those ankles in the back here, walk back nice and slowly. Stand up, now I have a full sweat going on, touch. Last one, we're gonna go pretty fast. Nice push up, and back. So that's your full cardio and mobility sequence. So this will be a great time if you do have a block of time. So with the trigger point work and this 10-minute video, that covers about 15 total minutes. If you have another 15 minutes, that would be a good time to do a low impact exercise. So if you're at a traditional gym, you could get on a piece of non-impact equipment like an airdyne. So 15 seconds of nice, or rowing. Don't do the elliptical or anything like that. Try to stick to, or something that's full body. So a rower or an airdyne. If that's not a possibility, some light battle ropes would be great. If that's not a possibility, you could just roll through this tape one more time. Or if you're feeling super banged up, just go for a 10-minute brisk walk. Or you can do, if you're feeling a little bit more energetic, you could do an easy walk, maybe tiny little jog, walk, tiny little jog. If you're doing this at night, go hop in a 15-minute Epsom salt bath. So that kind of covers the gamut of how to use this for enhanced mobility and some cardio to help burn up some fat and get you guys ready for your workout tomorrow.